So we are out here nice and early. You can see that sun hasn't quite stuck its head up yet. Oh, sunrise at 7. We've got about 15 minutes until our half an hour window before sunrise. So we're just working out what the wind's doing, and then we're gonna go heading. So we're here, getting into it, keen as beans. First sort of real rut hunt. We're heading out now to check some old valleys we know of. Right on shooting light. Let's see how we go. Buzzing. That's what you want, guys. You want to see that sleek mucus coating on it? That's what you know there. Morning off. As usual, this gully provides us with a lot of sign. Just gonna get into a bit of advantage and then sit out for a bit. Might even put a rattle on and see if we can get one come out early. So we just saw a deer walking through the middle of the pines. It was moving and it was like these thick pines is really hard to get a shot of. I didn't see the head, but his white flanks were all dirty and muddy, so I'm presuming it was a buck. We've just tried rattling and mewing to try and get him out. The last 15-20 minutes and he hasn't really moved, so we're going to slowly make our way down the middle as he was walking up and see what we can see. Exciting. Yeah. This year's up. That's this year's. Scrapes are starting now. Obviously we've got to where that deer we just spooked is. Found a rub in the pines. Oh, from this morning. From this morning. There's got to be a stag in the area. So we're just going in to check the game camera, middle of the day now. We found the starting of a good scrape. I'll show you here in a moment, but we might get something out of here as well. So I'm just taking it real easy. Scrape down there. So we've had to change plans for this afternoon. The wind wasn't really favourable with the direction we wanted to hunt. Sort of a bit of edge of private property into the forest where you can glass a long way over to the mountain, onto the pasture. So we've come further into the forest, into the pines, and we're going to sort of tackle some of these fingers, which is a good area for fallow. They feel safe, or deer in general. They feel safe to feed and hide up, and there's usually a quick exit into the pines if they need. So just going to push in here behind us, and a few of the fingers you'll see open right up. So even if it's just scouting for the rest of today, trying to find areas that have been rubbed or scrapes. We've seen very little buck sign compared to last year, which is a little bit, suspect. Very interesting. Even on my game camera in the past 2 weeks, I had one deer come past in that gully. So we'll just try and scope out a few more areas and see where the bucks are moving. And I've got another camera to put out if we find anything worthwhile. I put another one on a scrape this morning. That was fresh, which is cool. We're both a little bit nervous about heading in here. We just saw a massive tiger snake, like, I don't know, metre plus, metre and a half across the road, stretched out. So be aware where you step in. It's still so hot, and that cold snap hasn't happened yet to really get them firing up and kick things off. Sitting off that real fresh rub tree we saw. We've tried a bit of a rattle. No success yet. It's only early in the afternoon, 5:30, so we'll be sitting out here for another hour or so and then maybe work our way through the end of the rest of the gully. But that's the freshest rub we've seen, and it's a decent rub, so he's probably got a full set of antlers, not just a young spike. See how we go. Poor old fella. Second time. Shot a buck. And we've lost it. He had a massive one-sided palm, and then the other side was broken off. And he came into like 30 metres. We were rattling earlier. I was not sure if it was the rattle or it was just working down his route. Like 30 metres, and Dad put one in him. He dropped, and then he was face on, but so he put it in the chest. I hate this feeling. We've already done like 45 minutes of searching, no blood, but up front on the chest and probably wouldn't have come out anyway. And typical, straight into the pines. I'll go for another walk and then pretty much out of light here.